Mystic Michaela's husband reached out to me and said that there was a reason why he reached out to me and that she had something that she wanted to read for us today.
I think it's so amazing that you reached out to Molly on social media and that now you're here and you're going to read us.
It's crazy how full circle moment I feel because Absolutely. I've been watching, like not in a creepy way, but I've been watching like through social media. But you all stand out to me, but Molly has this like very interesting aura, so I wanted to talk to her about it. So I'm excited, and and then meeting then I see everybody else, and it's a lot. It's interesting.
Yeah, yeah. We try to keep it interesting. I try to keep it interesting. So yeah, we're just keeping it real. That's amazing. So I guess just go do what you do best.
Well, I see everybody has a life energy around them, and I just happen to see it in color, and that is my tools. I feel I was given to measure authenticity in which someone's living their life and how they can improve their relationships and their health and all sorts of things and their connection. So Molly has a really interesting aura though, because she has yellow and she has like a teal, like the color of your eyes actually. Like she's got,
look at that.
It's really cool. She's got like a teal color, and teal is not a color I see often, but it's a measure of like a high healer, like a physical healer. Now, I don't know if you've ever thought, and this is like in my world, but like Reiki healer, things like that. You're very physically able, I feel, to tap into people and help them heal in a lot of ways. I feel like you do this with your kids and your friends, and I feel like you're just a calming person to be around. But then you have a lot of yellow, and so yellow is like linear and organizational, but the way that it communicates with the healing is that I feel like you help people, like you see them, you see their need, and you kind of go to them and help them out. You're a good friend. That's what I get from you.
She is a really good friend.
Aww, so cheers.
She just, it feels like authentic between the two of you, the way it is. And then you, Karyn, you have like you've got like a lot of colors going on.
Is there like a fire? Is there like a fire?
No, it's cool. So you have that yellow too. It's a little darker than hers, but that just means that it really correlates with what you do because you're in charge, like in this. And I feel like you have a vision and you're really good at executing it. You also have a lot of red, which it's not supposed to be there, but I feel like you have to put it on because you're supposed to be, you're the one, you have to kind of use your words. And I feel like this is a new talent that you've been come into on your own, like where you're in charge of your world, but underneath you've got a lot of purple. It's funny because I know I'm going to be reading Becky too, but like she's got purple, so it's a little bit different, but you have a big creation within you, so you're totally on your authentic path, like what you're doing, like this production, everything.
Fabulous.
So it's cool the way that yours all aligns though, and but you're definitely more the leader. And I feel like in every friendship, there's a leader, and then there's somebody that's more of a support, and who leads in her own way. And I feel like that's Molly. So I get her having her own separate things. Do you do separate things with this, like that are your own projects or whatever?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's like your separate things,
yes.
and you work well together.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But
exactly
you have a really good voice, and I feel you're using it to like help other people, get things out there. And I just see it kind of exploding the more this goes on.
So it is kind of like a fire. It's like an explosion. My aura is like a fire and an explosion.
And I'm here trying to calm the fire.
Yeah, and
she's the teal. She's the ocean.
She's the ocean.
She's very calm.
I'm not quite dousing. I'm just.
That's probably why I live on the water. That's why I live on the ocean.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. I find that emotionally intuitive people need to be near water a lot. It kind of calms you and centers you.
Absolutely.
Because present moment, I feel like it's harder for you to get into than, because you're constantly, what's next? You got a lot on the docket. You're very busy, I feel.
A lot on the docket.
Yeah.
I have a lot on the docket. That was a good play on words. It was very appropriate.
Was that right? I didn't even mean to do that.
That was amazing.
That's just me.
Now, career-wise, do you see specific career-wise decisions for someone with my colors versus her colors?
Right,
or
like
do
you have therapy colors, honestly, but there's this other part of you. Like, that is true. But
therapy colors.
I feel like that's your...
I'm a lot of people's therapist.
It's a total unofficial profession for
okay,
you.
yeah.
Like that's what...
I should be paid, but I'm not.
No, you're not. You're paid with good friendships. That's what you're
That's
paid
true.
with. Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
But I feel like you're really creative artistically in a visual way. So I would also say, like, for you, another thing would be, are you really into, like, decor or, like, kind of, putting things together.
Absolutely.
Design, things like that.
Absolutely.
So I would always, like, push that towards you as well.
Okay.
And so that... and also like in setting things up, like being able to see through the eyes of the camera, setting up things visually and whatnot. You're good like this too, but I get that you're more you have to bring up actually your purple. Okay, so you're a really good energy reader. I feel like you read people like a book, like really easily. So I feel
Read them like a book.
Yes,
you do. So I feel like when you bring people into your interviews and you bring people here, it's like it's kind of like interior design with people or something. So like you can kind of know the roles they're gonna play and kind of align the vibes. So you're like a good decor person with vibrations, and she's more like actual literal decor things. So with you're doing what you're supposed to be. You are not going to have the same role, and I feel like you haven't your entire life. And it's always going to be what's next, because you picked a life, which I feel we do before we come here, of constant, phoenix rising from the ashes kind of stuff. So you need to constantly renew and recharge and like what's next. And when you feel stagnant, that's when the anxiety sets in. So like, I need something different. So change does not bother you. Actually, it's cool.
Like bring ducks to my house, farm animals in my living room.
Yeah, that's
just another day.
That's brave. Yeah. Walking in here in the ducks, I was like, okay, I like her. Like, this is great. So, whereas you feel more, like you're kind of, how do I put, like, what the relationships in your life set the tone for your spiritual connectedness. So I feel like it's very important for you, for your kids to be, not that it's not for you, but like your kids to be happy, like that you really go into other people's energy spaces and come from there.
Yes.
Yeah. And you, Karen, I feel like what you do is you see what's best for people. So you're good at, like, with your children and whatnot, like, this would be the best pathway for you, and you should probably do that. Like, that kind of
Like, you should probably go buy your own car since you have a job and you're making enough money. See you later. Yeah.
It's like, with logic, this is my love. And
I love you, Kira. I love you.
Is that who I met when I came in?
Yeah, that's who you met.
She's very purple.
She's very purple.
So what's purple?
Really artistic. Her own mind. Doesn't like, she'll lovingly take direction from you, but with a little bit maybe of kickback,
Just a little bit of kickback?
Yeah, but she should go into something very artistic. Like, and she cannot work for anyone else. So I get like...
No, she definitely cannot work for anybody else. I'm not sure how she's surviving, but right now she is surviving. She's doing very well for herself, but yeah, I see that.
She feels really self-starter, but you've given her that. You're a very independent woman, so your thing is like independence, like get that going, start your own structure, that kind of thing. Don't rely on other people, and I feel like she's really taking that into her heart.
So I have a quick question.
Yes.
With our colors, who do you see as our perfect matches?
You are good with a red or a green person.
A red or a green?
Yeah,
person?
so
like Christmas, red or green. Like Santa. Maybe it's Santa.
Yeah.
Santa!
But definitely not both. Because sometimes red and green, it's like one or the other.
So what is red?
So red people are usually like entrepreneurs, leaders, but they're very direct.
Yes. And that's what I normally gravitate to.
Yeah, and they can be very feisty.
Yes.
So they can be like a little bit, so I feel like they gravitate towards you too, because there's this thing with men, I feel like they want to control you or something just a little bit, just because it's like, oh, you're so sweet, I'm gonna tell you what to do, and and you don't mind it to a point,
right?
But then when they start
yeah,
it's too much, you're
too
like
much.
Back off. Yeah. But green people, I feel like you'd be better with a green guy though. Like green, because two reds don't make.
No, my husband's definitely not a green guy, but there's a whole other story behind that, and the people who are watching this who stalk me will understand that. But yeah, he's not a green guy.
Do you have a picture? We'll have to do that.
Yeah, I'll go get one.
yes.
Here, hold on, hold my mic.
Okay.
Yep.
Drop the mic. He is green.
He's got red in there though.
He's green.
So describe a green.
He's a little unbalanced, but I don't want to. Is it still
He's
filming?
a little unbalanced.
Is it still filming? Oh,
Wait,
okay.
no, it's okay.
It's all right.
We can talk about it. It's good.
It's
No, we
good.
can talk about all of it.
Okay, what's his name?
His name is Evan.
Evan's a little imbalanced. So what I see is he's got red with the green. He should be more green, but he's not trusting it. And I'm gonna explain.
Wait, so he's got red and green, so he's a Molly guy.
Wow.
Well, no,
He's
she
Santa.
just needs all red.
I need all red.
Maybe with
no
some blue.
green.
Okay, no green.
Yeah, there's like different combos that work and different that don't. But with him, okay, I feel like the problem. All right, does he work for himself and he has people under him, like that kind of
Yeah,
a thing?
pretty much, yeah.
Okay, I feel like it's not in his happiest moment during the day to like tell other people what to do.
Yep.
I get that his happy moment is when he's self-directed and everyone else does their own thing and he doesn't have to like teach them or manage them or whatever.
Right.
Because he's really smart and he has a vision and he would like people just to kind of know that and do. So I feel like that takes him off of his train of thought or whatever, and it messes up with his happiest of days, because I get that he likes to work. I feel like
He does.
he
He's a good
enjoys
worker.
it. Yeah,
He's a
and
good
I
provider.
feel like he's good at it, and I feel like he's
Really
a
smart.
self-starter, and I get that he's very innovative in something that he does. I feel like that he comes up with new ideas all the time, and I feel like that good with numbers, and he's got, not that he's an engineer, but he has like an engineer brain. So when I see that in people, it's like they put little pieces together of the puzzle. So he's smart. But anyway, so yeah, he can't. I feel like it's hard for him to put all that into words and logic for other people to get where he is, and I feel like that's the part that's holding him back.
Wow.
So maybe he needs somebody else to explain to those people what to do.
Maybe he does. He needs another person to explain to those people what to do. We just had this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
And you're talking about his charitable LLC, so I know
Okay.
exactly what you're talking about because he's
Wow.
really good. He's brilliant, and he's like
Yeah.
basically has torn apart a legal
Wow.
strategy and figured out a way
Yeah.
to.
That's what green people do. They're like amazing like that.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
he's like brilliant. Like sometimes when he talks to me, I glaze over.
Yeah, I would too. Like I'm reading it, and I could never understand what the heck he does. Like, I'm like, what does he do?
It's a little, but it's good. And
he's
the
a
people
good
who
guy.
save money understand it. So
And he's an amazing guy, and I feel like he wants the best, but he's a little bit like, that's that red. Like, he feels like he needs to be in control, but that's not authentically who he is. He has to drop
So he should
it.
just let me be in control?
There
Is
we
that what
go.
you're saying?
That's your department. You don't mind
my
being,
gosh.
I don't feel like you mind
Perfect.
being in control.
We've resolved this today.
You don't mind. I feel like you're okay. Like, you can, as long
I
as
don't
people
mind.
are nice.
I really ducking like it.
Yeah, so like, if I was talking to Evan, I would just say like, you need somebody under you to take up that, so you can focus all your energy on what's next.
Yeah, but I don't want to work with him anymore because I did that.
No,
been
not
there,
you.
done
He
that.
So it needs
like
to
a-
be somebody else.
I feel like there's a man already that could do this under him, like some sort of somebody he already knows, and I feel like it's somebody that he already works with. He's got to give more responsibility.
Do you know who it is? What's his name?
I don't know. I don't. I'm not
Because we
getting
just
a
need to.
name.
We need to wrap this up.
Yeah,
quick.
right. Like
So,
he needs somebody,
you know.
and I feel like he needs to move forward with that and trust what you're saying too, because you are a good energy reader and you do see things pretty clearly.
Yeah.
You know, like energetically wise, even if you don't get all the details,
Right.
like you understand.
I can pretty much meet somebody once and know
You know.
exactly who the duck they are.
Exactly. That's the purple. That is the skill of the purple.
Right. That's
Like
the
you will be
purple.
nice. Like you find good in everybody. Like
Yes.
they're like anybody could walk in, you'd be like, wow, they're so nice. And I could see Karen being like, no.
No, Molly. Shut the duck up. No, they're not.
Like you can educate her on why she shouldn't be so nice to everybody.
Right.
You know, but you learn.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why you guys are good for each
I'm
other.
learning.
We are.
You're teaching me. I love you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, sweet. That's why I wanted to reach out to you too, because you have such sweet energy together as friends, and I also see like just the way that this works, like the way that your colors work together in the friendship. I feel like the support and then the leadership that you both provide, I feel like it's making. But this whole production.
So are we like a living rainbow, the two of us?
Yeah, we got yellow,
Yeah.
teal, and then we got like a lot. We got like red. But I think the red comes from Evan too, because I feel like you guys share that. Now that I see his picture, that you both are trying, like that's the problem. Because the red shouldn't exactly be on you, because I feel like it stresses you out a little bit. You're more
So
like,
I should get it out. I should just
Yeah.
give him my red.
just
and
feel like
give up my
you got to
red.
give up her
So
control.
she needs
too.
to come over to my house when she needs a little less red.
Exactly,
Okay.
and a little more of these, and then I feel like that'll help.
That works.
Right?
I can do that. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
That's your homework.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you for
you
allowing
so
me and
much.
being so open to it. I really appreciate ladies like you.
Oh my
Absolutely.
goodness! And I can't wait for you to read Becky. So
me too.
Becky, we got like a little teaser here
Little
about what's
preview.
to come. But what's on tap for the show tomorrow?
Thursday.
Thursday. It is tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay,
Thursday
I
at
wasn't
6
wrong. I thought it was
p.m.
the Cafe Patron,
Okay,
but
so
we're good.
The three of you are coming on.
Yes.
And what are we going to do on air?
We are going to read you and see
Yeah,
what your
we're gonna
colors
read
are
Becky.
and
Read
discuss
Becky's colors.
today.
It's live. You can't edit it.
That's okay. That's all right. Didn't you just do a Facebook Live for us?
Yes.
Yeah, but not with her.
It's okay. You'll be up for it. It'll be
It's
good.
good.
Okay, it'll be fun.
Bring pictures.
All right.
Stay tuned.